This is Tales from the Cube, a podcast about call centers. The good, bad, ugly, funny, and not so funny side of what it's like to work in a call center. With your host, Cliff Tour.
Welcome to Tales from the Cube, episode 25005, Having Fun at Work. It's normal. Hi, my name is Cliff, and thank you very much for tuning in to this episode. Been a while, but we are back due to the fact that I did some changes, including moving the studio to a new location. So thank you very much for bearing with us with regard to that. Anyhow, let's dive into this particular episode and speak about having fun in call centers. Call centers are busy places, but they are also social spaces as well. Agents interact with each other on a constant basis, and the idea that there won't be conversations between calls or during breaks is not realistic. Among the many topics discussed by staff are how they feel about management, other staff, and customers. Morale is critical, and ignoring it is not in the best interest of managers of call centers. Believe it or not, having fun at work is actually something managers should want to incorporate into the daily routines of the workplace. That said, a fun atmosphere should not take away from the needs of the business or erode standards of professionalism. There still needs to be at the center of all activities the core value of working to ensure that the job gets done. During that time, there can be points where having fun can fit into the normal routines of life in the workplace. Why is having fun important? Studies are out there that show that having fun at work allows for staff to feel a sense of belonging and a shared identity in the workplace, and that's pretty critical. You want that. Other benefits include lower absenteeism, better engagement and communication between staff and management. People who are happy at work do better, and the stats show this time and time again. Research has shown that happy people tend to be healthier, more inspired, productive, and satisfied in their job. Humor also plays a role in the dynamics of the workplace. Now, I will say this. In many professions, the humor is often dark. There is a reason for that. A lot of people who work in call centers have to deal with stressful situations. These come from both sides or both ends, the customer and, of course, management. In times like these, dark humor and mocking humor help to ease the stress, but there are limits. It is imperative that any form of humor be balanced with professionalism and respect. So what am I getting to here when I talk about this? Well, essentially, we do have a deep desire to basically try to let it all out, and sometimes dark humor gets in there, and we'll make fun of customers. We'll do that kind of thing. Yes, agents do that. Do we really care about customers? I would say for the most part, in about a 70 to 20 split. Yeah, we do care. We care about getting it done right. For some people, it's more like a 50-50. Others, it's more like a 30-70, like 30% care, 70% I don't. It's really varied across, but generally speaking, when we talk about caring for the job and caring for the customer, in our line of work, there's that, balance. There's never 100% I care about every single customer. And I will admit, even myself, not every customer that I deal with is someone I really want to talk to. And let's be honest, sometimes I just think, well, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What kind of character are you? Are you, for lack of a better word, are you that daft? And that goes through our mind. And we use dark humor to basically get over the stress and deal with that. So we kind of mock and make fun of customers. A lot of people say that's a terrible thing. And yeah, even to mention it in a podcast, pretty terrible thing. But let's be realistic. We are human beings. We do this. So at the end of the day, though, I try to balance that with the reality of I do got to care about what I'm doing, and I got to care about my customer, and I got to care about the management. Without all three of these people in the mix, the customer and the management and me caring about what's going on, it could lead to some very bad outcomes. So we got to be professional with regard to humor, and particularly dark humor and mocking humor. Participants who were shown a comedy video right before doing a task experienced a 12% performance boost. People with positive mindsets perform better in the face of a challenge. This attitude has been dubbed the happiness advantage. So you see, fun is a factor, and fun in the workplace is a benefit. Another aspect of how that can be helpful at work is with improving the bottom line. This is a fact that having a bit of fun can and does encourage collaboration. It's much easier to collaborate with a team of people who know each other well. Having fun at work can increase collaboration efforts. It's much easier to collaborate with a team of people who know each other very well. Having fun at work can increase collaboration efforts and improve outcomes. Fun activities encourage a culture of trust and open communication, in turn creating a happy workforce. From the internal perspective, efficiencies increase and the positivity impacts the bottom line. So bottom line here is that all around, if you're well-rounded as a call center, if you have a balanced staff, if people are happy and working in the environment that they are in is positive, it's going to bring about a better bottom line for you as a company. So you really do want to basically go forward and look at this as a gem that you really want to basically polish and shine, so that your staff are doing their level best in everything that they do, and the metrics bear it out. Let's talk a bit about how to start. The first part or point is to make space and time for fun at work. To start, you need to build activities into the schedule, set a time aside so that staff can attend events, plan things well in advance, and remember that you want to include members of staff in your planning. Creating a committee will definitely be something you want to do. You want to also remember that not all staff are going to want to participate in the activities, and your plan might not sit well with everybody or the whole team. So make sure that what you put together incorporates them, puts them in the center of this as well, so that it works out so that most, if not all, the staff are going to jump in. So make sure that the event is open and optional is basically what I'm saying here. You want to make sure everything fits in so that it works the way you would like for it to work. While it is a good idea to create fun activities that help build product knowledge and skill sets on the job, the focus should not always be on those. Include activities that have nothing to do with metrics, product knowledge, or any other work-related skills. For example, you may want to have a movie or a game day, or you can have something like a mini carnival. You can also look at doing cool things like having an artist come in and draw characters of the staff. I actually had a character of me done in one of the call centers I worked with, and unfortunately, I don't know where it went, but I have had that happen. There have been companies that I've brought in, staff have been really, really keen on the idea of having an artist draw them. So it's really a cool thing to do. One thing that you will want to avoid at all costs is activities that are really demeaning, like dunking people into water or pies in the face. These are degrading acts, and you do not want to do anything to humiliate anyone. Avoid anything that is dangerous, like throwing darts, unless you are, throwing Nerf balls and the like around, beach balls, stuff like that. The reason for that is that it's about safety, right? You want to make sure that nobody gets injured while you're having fun at work. The joke is that it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, and then it becomes a sport or something to that effect. You know what I mean. The bottom line is you don't want it to be something that is dangerous. So keeping in mind safety and health and safety is very important when you participate in any activity and create one as well. Even making sure that the food you bring in also aligns with that health and safety factor, because when you have days where like you're doing a potluck, things like that, you bring the wrong food in, somebody could get really sick or even die with allergies out there like peanuts, being the case. You want to balance all this out. The idea is to have fun, not to kill anyone, please. Thank you very much. So, lastly, you may want to consider special outings for the staff, like a bowling day or having lunch for each of the team off-site, or each team off-site, I should say. Having work environments that are healthy is important, and part of this is creating a space for doing some fun things to help your team get to know each other. Investing in fun helps foster collaboration. Work environments will definitely be better and will eventually lead to a more productive team if you do that. You will get, if you have fun activities, a more productive team. And that productivity is going to help you because people are going to see that you're a great company and want to be in partnership with you. And that's the best way to better your bottom line. At the end of the day, that's the goal, right? To do that. So have fun at work. Do things that are really cool. Managers, if you're listening to this podcast, consider the idea of incorporating a little bit of fun every day, or even once a week or once a month or once every 2 or 3 months, so that your staff become a team, cohesive, collaborative, and happy. That's going to do it for this episode of Tales from the Cube. I thank you very much for listening. I hope to see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Tales from the Cube. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, and your favorite way to get podcasts. See you in the next episode of Tales from the Cube with Cliff Tour.